And I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, peace and love to the gods and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. Salute to you. How we living out there, people? Academates, welcome back to the channels. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. You know what I'm talking about? How we living though, for real. Y'all tell me how you doing. I always take a second to pause to look at you, and to give you a second to answer, because we're here together. You know what I mean? Just one of the ways that, you know what I'm saying, we can communicate, we incorporate, you know what I'm saying, that we're actually here together to do this together. Regardless of what time it is and whatever part of the world you're in, you know what I'm saying, we're here together to do this. So I hope you're doing good. But this round, we're headed back over to the Volgun. Now, we've been with the exploring series for a couple spills here, you know what I'm saying. We actually took a step inside the Foundation, right, to just check out a couple files, kind of be nosy, if you will, and just see exactly what's going on around there. But now we're about to step back out to the field and see what kind of SCPs that the Volgun has come across. And right now we got SCP-204, the Protector, and he's a Keter. So let's find out exactly what he's protecting. And it's nanoscopic. So we already know where this is going, okay? And if you don't, grab a seat, pull it up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. No pressure. Pleasing, thank you. And I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, Academates, tell everybody that's new what it is that we do. Bustin'. A getter, a bustin'. Bustin'. High vibes, y'all. High vibes. Let's get it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-204.
High as in vibration.
Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-204-1 and SCP-204-2 are to be kept in a 10 by 10 meter fortified holding area inside. The holding area must be constructed out of armor-plated steel and heavily reinforced concrete. The holding area must also be vacuum sealed and contained within an outer shell with a higher air pressure that must always be maintained with at least 2 psi over the current air pressure in the holding area.
Man, I feel like
at
I've
least
seen
one
these things
full
somewhere.
security team must be kept on standby at all times.
I really feel like I've seen
It is
this
only
thing
during
somewhere.
SCP-204-1's scheduled feeding times that D-Class personnel are allowed to enter for the purposes of maintenance. SCP-204-1's typical diet consists of any kind of meat, preferably from living subjects. Such subjects will often consist of aggressive animals such as wild dogs, bulls, or any other animal that must be euthanized due to aggression. However, D-Class personnel will also suffice if such food sources are unavailable. SCP-204-2's diet consists of a regular human diet with no special measures required. SCP-204-2 is allowed to make special requests, but any and all requests must be given O5 approval. Any personnel caught attempting to deliberately provoke SCP-204-2 will be immediately terminated. Security personnel are required to ignore any and all of SCP-204-2's attempts to provoke a response from them unless there is a clear and present risk of containment breach. Failure to do so will result in harsh administrative punishment. When SCP-204-2 is about to turn the age of 14, the Foundation must initiate Containment Protocol 204. Further details may be found in Containment Protocol 204 requirements. In the event of a containment breach, EMP generators must be immediately activated in order to keep SCP-204-1 disabled. Once EMP generators have been activated, security teams have approximately 30 seconds to neutralize SCP-204-2 before SCP-204-1 can adapt and reassemble itself. If containment cannot be achieved in this time, SCP-204-1 must be contained by conventional means. Security teams and agents are authorized to use any conventional weaponry at their disposal to contain SCP-204-1 and SCP-204-2. If SCP-204-2 is terminated during containment, then Containment Protocol 204 must immediately be initiated. Description: SCP-204-1 is a semi-organic nanomachine colony that follows SCP-204-2 as a form of protector. SCP-204-1 spends the majority of its time in a dispersed cloud, where it is almost impossible to perceive with normal human senses. However, if SCP-204-2 is put into danger, or if SCP-204-2 commands it to, SCP-204-1 will instantaneously materialize into a solid physical form. The exact shape and nature of this form is subjective, depending wholly upon SCP-204-2's view, state of mind, and imagination. Despite its variable nature, SCP-204-1 has a number of common traits. These include massive strength, large size, basic intelligence, perfect obedience to SCP-204-2, and the ability to regenerate itself after consuming living flesh. SCP-204-1 is vulnerable to conventional weaponry and can be temporarily forced back into its dispersed state if enough damage is inflicted. SCP-204-2 is always a child, ranging from 4 to 14 years old. Physically, there is nothing outstanding about SCP-204-2 besides its ability to call upon SCP-204-1. All incidences of SCP-204-2 have common traits. All of them have had a history of abuse and danger, with many developing acute mental disorders as a result. This makes instances of SCP-204-2 difficult to contain in any traditional manner, as great care must be taken to keep them in a stable state. It appears that SCP-204 is attracted to such children, though why or how it finds them is currently unknown. If SCP-204
Vibration.
204-2 is terminated or reaches the age of 14, then SCP-204-1 will abandon it and find a new child to imprint on. As a form of self-preservation, if SCP-204-1 cannot find a suitable child, it will immediately materialize and go berserk, attacking anything in sight. Once SCP-204-1 finds a suitable candidate to protect, it immediately imprints upon SCP-204-2 and will follow until SCP-204-2 expires or SCP-204-1 decides to leave of its own accord. At first, SCP-204-1 appears benign, protecting SCP-204-2 from overt threats. However, through careful study and observation, it has been noted that all incidences of SCP-204-2 begin to adopt much more aggressive, danger-seeking behavior with little regard to human life. It is theorized that SCP-204-1 is able to manipulate SCP-204-2's thought processes in order to behave in a fashion that would benefit it. It is assumed that since SCP-204-1 requires organic flesh for sustenance, it needs SCP-204-2 to be in danger in order to justify its activation. See Addendum 1 for further details. Addendum 1. There have been numerous recorded incidences where it is believed SCP-204-1 has been involved. The first such recorded incident was when a car was found in a residential street, completely torn apart and covered in partially devoured human remains. Similar incidents occurred until agents managed to track SCP-2041 to where they made contact with the first recorded incarnation of SCP-2042. It took 3 more attempts and numerous casualties before SCP-2041 and SCP-2042 were successfully contained. Interviews with SCP-2042 revealed that it seemed to feel a need to experience danger, such as standing in traffic or provoking hostile responses from others. When questioned on its reasons, SCP-2042 simply replied that SCP-2041 allowed it to. Containment Protocol 204. In order to keep SCP-2041 successfully contained, it has been necessary to keep a permanent stock of candidates to replace SCP-2042 in the event that the current one is terminated or abandoned. Ideally, all candidates should be orphans below the age of 10 with a history of abuse. However, in times of need, Article 12 of Containment Protocol 204 may be authorized to allow candidates that don't meet specific requirements. They will be put under the supervision of caretakers, which will consist of D-Class personnel convicted of violent crimes, child abuse, and with Foundation staff present to prevent inadvertent termination of candidates. If SCP-2042 successfully reaches the cutoff age of 14 years and SCP-2041 abandons it, the former SCP-2042 must undergo a rigorous amnestic treatment and a thorough psychological examination before being reintegrated into a government foster program. If it is deemed that the former SCP-2042 cannot be successfully reintegrated, then the subject must be immediately terminated. Addendum 2. As of the writing of this report, the Foundation has contained 13 instances of SCP-2042. 11 instances exhibited the trademark hostile and violent behavior typical among all instances of SCP-2042. However, 2 instances of SCP-2042 showed a marked improvement in their mental health and stability, and had the lowest number of containment breach attempts. It is currently unclear what specific factors trigger these differences in behavior, as the exact mechanisms SCP-2041 uses to manipulate its host is still unknown. Addendum 3. Though there is evidence to suggest that SCP-2041 may be sentient, or possibly even sapient, all attempts to communicate directly with SCP-2041 have resulted in failure. Currently, the only feasible method of communicating with SCP-2041 is to use SCP-2042 as an intermediary. Unfortunately, the violent tendencies and hostile behavior exhibited by nearly all instances of SCP-2042, as well as their questionable mental stability, make this approach highly unreliable. Man, some kids have really tough lives as it is. But being possessed by killer nanomachine robots? Is there no justice in this world? In fact, you know what? I can tell you 100% that there isn't. Quick side note, I apologize about my voice today. I think I've got some kind of hay fever. Hopefully it wasn't too taxing to listen to. Anyway, thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Well, Academates, I don't really know what the freak to tell you about the nano joint, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like I said earlier, for some odd reason, this thing looks mighty freaking familiar to me. I can't quite put my finger on it right this minute. Definitely look familiar. And then this, I mean, that's crazy, cause we dealing with it's just one of those things. It's like when you know what I'm saying, the world at this moment, knowing that they already had it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, the nanotechnology is like, I don't want to say new thing. There's nothing new under the sun. Let's just get that clear. It's, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure you heard it, but yeah, it's 1,000 with that one. Nothing new under the sun. Certain things probably rediscovered, just now being discovered. Some things maybe just hitting the wave, been discovered, and they just been going along and just till they're about 100 to 300 years ahead of you, and they're just giving you the knickknacks. Yeah, I mean, the knickknacks, patties wax. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. You know what I mean? And, you know, hypothetically speaking, I mean, shit, I would just say, you know what I'm saying, watch out for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. You know, I mean, they putting bots on the street these days out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of Robotniks, Dr. Robotniks running around. A whole bunch of Dr. Robotniks running around. You feel me? So, I'm just saying though. But that's, I mean, it's provocative. The thing is, you know what I'm saying, like, if it can't feed, it's going, you know what I'm saying, it's just going to go there. It's going there. And hopefully the child, you know what I mean, has enough willpower to, you know what I'm saying, fight that thing off and just, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, let it be for what its purpose, its true purpose is to protect. But the way it protects, it's gonna go there with you. So I mean, at that point, on another note, from that side, I can say this with that, right? Watch who you know what I'm saying? Don't be a bully. Watch who you dealing with out here. You feel me? Y'all may want to watch out who you're dealing with, because somebody may just have one of them things on you and they just pop out like roar, you know what I'm saying? Give you some whole Monsters Inc. type of deal, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, because this thing say whatever it can imagine. And when it's nanotechnology, and that automatically says AI is going to be involved with that. So if we dealing with AI, then shit, nigga, the possibilities are endless, except for, you know what I mean, I ain't going to say endless. I'm not going to say endless. Let me, because I'm giving AI a little bit too much there. Because that's a machine at the end of the day, and it can't evolve past a certain point. But we don't know where that point, I mean, I ain't gonna say we. I don't necessarily know where that point is, what dimension, whatever, you know what I'm saying, what ascension point that is to where AI ain't gonna be able to go anymore. You feel me? So with that being the case, ain't no telling what this little robot can conjure up to take you out. Like Buddy said, standing in traffic. So you got a whole bunch of cars whipping and zoom, 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 zoom. You know it's finna turn into something big and just start blah, 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 blah. Just knocking cars all over. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of, it was prepared to go there with the people. It was prepared to go there. That's crazy. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out here being a bully. Nobody likes a bully, and bullies eventually, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We don't want to do that now. So that's both scales right there, y'all. You know what I mean? It's and I feel so bad for the child, because like they're going through this whole neuro transformation, programming, deprogramming, reprogramming. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like it's like I can imagine them going crazy, because they're having to fight off the stuff that's already around, that, you know what I'm saying, battling for your mind to get you to do the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Some people call them demons or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it, that stuff's already around, and you're trying to tamper with your mind or tap into your mind and get you to do, you know what I'm saying, wickedness. And then you got that with these, and they're trying to get you to do anything just so it can protect you. It's almost like the nanobot is going to be battling against the demon, both of them are battling against the psychiatrist because he's or trying to keep all these particular children in check so they don't go there and need protection, and that's basically starving out the nanobot. But that does not stop the entities on the other side, you know what I'm saying, in other dimensions and powers and principalities and high places and stuff like that. You feel me? It don't stop them though. Now but I mean, you know what I'm saying, you knock out one, that's great, because that thing right there is urgent. But I mean, at the same time, it can be helpful. It's bittersweet, y'all. It's bittersweet. I'm dragging it out though. So, anyways, y'all keep your head on a swivel. Always remember to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. Try not to let this world drive you crazy. Keep some oil with you. You know what I'm saying? And always go for your dibs, man. Always go for your dibs and get them receipts. Bring them receipts when you got them. You know what I mean? Until then, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back through the Volgun, you know what I'm saying, and check out a couple of more SCPs and see, you know what I'm saying, if we got anything new for us to look at. You know what I mean? And I know I got to go do SCP-610. I think I'll go ahead and I think SCP-610 is another requested video to watch. I think it's the flesh eating. I don't know. Something like that. But we're gonna check it out though. You know what I'm talking about? And like I said, we're gonna be bouncing back and forth between the Volgun and the Exploring series, and then we're gonna check out some other stuff because now I have another laundry list of requests. So we're gonna get to it. Y'all be patient with me. I appreciate you rocking with me though. You know what I'm saying? Love for that. And yeah, man. Until then, peace and love to all.